Welcome to Worcester Black History Moments. These moments are brought to you by the Worcester Black History Project in collaboration with Worcester Historical Museum. Worcester Black History Project recognizes and celebrates the experiences of Black people throughout central Massachusetts. The Worcester Black History Project encourages the preservation and sharing of history through scholarly educational outreach and programming such as the following virtual presentation. Black Americans have contributed tremendously to the culture of America. In New England, Black Americans were artists, educators, politicians, athletes, inventors, doctors, nurses, business owners, and everyday people who worked hard and pursued their dreams to make life better for future generations. Worcester Black History Moments offers an opportunity to learn about the contributions of that Black community, and we look forward to sharing this rich history of Worcester with you. Worcester Black History Moments is brought to you by the Worcester Railers Hockey Club and signature support from a major grant to Worcester Historical Museum from the National Endowment for the Humanities, Exploring the Human Endeavor. Additional support has been provided by the Worcester Together Fund, a joint effort between the Greater Worcester Community Foundation and the United Way of Central Massachusetts in partnership with the City of Worcester. We hope you enjoy this moment in Worcester Black history.
My name is Kimberly Toney, and this month's moment in Worcester Black history is all about William Brown. William Brown, one of Worcester's most economically successful Black residents in the 19th century, ran a carpet making and upholstery business on Main Street. The story of Brown and his family is not only one of business notoriety and success, but one of Black activism, political organizing, and leadership within the Black community. Born in Boston in 1824 to Alice and John Brown, William and his only surviving brother Frederick were the grandsons of John Moore Sr., a Black man who was born free in New York and who fought in the Revolutionary War, including at the Battle of Lexington, before settling in Boston in 1784. At age 5, William lost his father and came under the guardianship of his uncle, John Moore Jr., who was an established and successful barber in Boston. We know that by the age of 15 or 16 in 1841, William and his brother Frederick A. Brown had moved to Worcester. By 1850, William and F.A. Brown Upholsterers was established on Main Street in Worcester. As an upholsterer and carpet maker, William Brown furnished an elite white patronage with draperies, rugs, and all manner of other upholstered furnishings, including mattresses and window shades, that Brown advertised as put up with the most approved fixtures. Brown's shop was located in the Central Exchange building on Main Street, and his upholstered chairs, lounges, and sofas adorn the homes of such notables as Charles Washburn, George Crompton, Waldo Lincoln, and others in Worcester. Brown exhibited draperies at Worcester's Mechanics' Fair in 1849 and was acknowledged for his skill in upholstery and carpet making. That same year, he married Martha Lewis, most likely at First Unitarian Church on Main Street in Worcester, where they were both members. Martha, born in Rhode Island, was a talented political organizer in her own right. She was the only non-white member of the Ladies' Benevolent Society and was active in organizing dances and benefits for Worcester's Black community throughout her life. Both Martha and William stood out as leaders in the Worcester community during a time when slavery was still active throughout the American South. In 1850, the Fugitive Slave Act was passed, which authorized federal agents to arrest and return any escaped enslaved person from any state, including Massachusetts. As leaders of the Black community in Worcester, the Browns felt the effects of this act personally. In the early 1850s, William Brown helped Isaac Mason, a Black man who fled as an enslaver in Maryland, find work and lodgings upon his arrival to Worcester. Isaac Mason would eventually work beside William Brown and others to champion freedom for all men. And there is no doubt that William Brown bore witness to a riot that broke out in Worcester in 1854, when slave catcher Asa Butman arrived in town and was subsequently driven out by impassioned Worcester abolitionists, Black and white alike. Brown counted Frederick Douglass as an acquaintance, and in 1889, Douglass wrote to Brown expressing his condolences on the death of William Brown's wife, Martha. Other community activities Brown was involved in included organizing a memorial for John Brown in Worcester and fundraisers and benefits for various organizations. The Browns also supported their community by opening their home to various guests, including Macon Bowling Allen, the first licensed Black attorney in Massachusetts. Brown served as a recruiter for the 54th Massachusetts Infantry Regiment, made up entirely of men of color who fought in the Civil War. Many of Brown's personal correspondences, donated to the American Antiquarian Society by his descendants, shed light on the experiences of Brown's friends and relations during the Civil War period. William's activism did not affect his business ventures. At age 44, he was inducted as a member of the Worcester County Mechanics Association. Brown was also an inventor in his own right. He held patents for Brown's Fruit Gatherer and also a sofa bed, the former of which appeared in the June 8, 1867 issue of Scientific American. In the mid-1850s, the Brown family had moved into their home at 4 Palmer Street in Worcester. In 1865, Brown had gone into business partnership with Henry Bowman. Eventually, William's only son, Charles Frederick Brown, took over the family upholstery business. William Brown passed away in November of 1892. According to the news reports, his funeral was well attended by some of the leading citizens of the city. A portrait of William Brown will soon grace the wall of Mechanics Hall in Worcester, a society that descendants of Brown are members of to this day.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you next time for another Worcester Black History Moment. For more information on how to participate, donate, or contribute your story to the Worcester Black History Project, please visit www.worcesterhistory.org/Black History Project. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter at Worcester Black History Project. Thank you.